Mabuhay, this is Bob from Love Beyond the Sea. A Filipina wants her family to be supported. This channel is about marriage to a woman from the Philippines. Please subscribe and leave a comment here. To this comment, they say, if she, the Filipina, is a good wife, she wouldn't even think about expecting me to support her family. So I just wanted to dig into this briefly about a couple of words here. If she's a good wife, she wouldn't even think about. Now, think about expecting him to support her family. When you marry a woman from a poor country, more or less developing country, you should know there is kind of an unwritten, let's face it, unwritten rule or expectation that the foreign husband is going to have to help out from time to time. I'm not saying he has to help if they are just merely dating each other. I think marriage changes things a bit. And it's a poor country. She's not on there if she's not looking to better her situation. This just goes without saying. So that kind of takes care of the wouldn't even think about part, because before she even marries the Westerner, she's thinking, how can I help my family? I'm not saying this is some diabolical scheme, but it's a thought in her mind. She's thinking, what ways can I have here with this relationship to help my family a bit, mother, father, who knows? Usually it's that for sure, and anything else you might want to help with. So the thought's already there, and it doesn't make her a bad prospect. And if you marry her and you didn't know that she had thoughts like this, well, I mean, how do you know? I guess you can ask before you get married, and you're taking a chance there and say, well, if we get married, I'm not helping your family. Just not going to do it. I don't have to. I'm not obligated to. No reason to. We don't do that here. Why should I do it there? But you are marrying somebody from over there. I've been there about 5 times in the Philippines and seen some of the most abject poverty I've ever seen. I've seen some nice places as well. But the woman that you marry will be thinking about it. I mean, I don't want to judge somebody's heart here, but I think it'd be disingenuous to think, the Filipina, that you're not thinking about getting some support from her husband. Now, it may come as a way of support by letting her work. He may not want her to work for whatever reasons. Doesn't trust her around other men. Doesn't want other men, hitting on her. Thinks she'll become too independent, and he wants her to rely on him. But if he's not gonna help, she's gonna work, because she's got to help her family. And she'll probably be thinking, well, I hope he does ask me this question, because I'm going to tell him, if I can't go to your country and work, there's no deal, because I have to support my family. So the other word here is expecting. Again, when you go into the situation and you know what it is, you can anticipate that she's going to be concerned about this issue of marrying a foreigner who can help her have a better life and help take care of some things for her family, which I think he should want to do at the point, of marrying her. Expectation. Well, again, that seems like kind of a strong word when you temper it with the background and the context of the situation that she is in. So it just seems a little too black and white for me. I'd like to have a black and white world to live in. Everything would be more simple than that. She shouldn't feel guilty if she kind of brings up the topic. She shouldn't feel like she's violating some law of nature, and she shouldn't be expected to ask him for support. But yes, this needs to be talked about well in advance of actually getting married. Filipina P did a video that was brought to my attention very recently, within about a week of this video coming out, on TikTok anyway, about Filipina's expectation. It is an expectation to help her family. I think they were going into the fact that it might be a law, some kind of a regulation or law or duty for the families to be taken care of by the Filipina. Now, that's the Filipina. But if she marries a Westerner, then some of that responsibility may shift over to her. So the main takeaway here is, I understand why a man would say, if he's from the West, why should I help her mother and father? Nobody's helping my mother and father. This girl is not going to marry, even if she's in her 30s or 40s, she's not going to help my family. Why should I help her? So because your family probably doesn't need the support. They're living in the lap of luxury compared to often what her family is from. And this is just something to keep in mind, so you don't lose out on a chance to find love beyond the sea.